I'll be speaking on our Father, our Father. If you study the Lord's Prayer, you discover that the first two words that are found on that sequence was our Father. So you have our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Since God was referred to as our Father in the Lord's Prayer, then it means that uh, the responsibility of meeting up our needs is upon Him. You see, that's why we can pray to God. Are you there? That's why we can pray to God. One of the legality for praying to God is because He's our Father. You know, praying to God is the same thing as going to God as a Father. So you can't pray to God if you have not acknowledged Him as a Father. So it is that understanding that He is our Father that gives us that boldness to go to Him in prayers and ask from Him what we consider as a need. Are you getting what I'm saying? So God is our Father, and because He sustains that identity, we can go to Him in prayers. So it is that identity that opens up the possibility of prayers. If God is not in that position of fatherhood, then prayer will not be a possibility. There will be no need to pray. Why? Because you can't pray to somebody that is not a father figure. Why? Because if you do, you are wasting your time. A father have a sense of responsibility over his children. So when you pray to God, one of the reasons he will answer your prayer is because he is obligated to do so. He have a sense of responsibility. Are you there? He believes it is his responsibility as a father to cater for your needs. So when you ask him for what you need, he responds to your asking because he have this sense of responsibility. He knows he is responsible for meeting up with your needs. Why? Because he's the father. For instance, if you know, just consider yourself as a child. You have a mother, you have a father. Now, you can go to your father to ask for your school fees. The reason you have that boldness is because you know he is your father. As long as he's in that position, you will not see it as a wrong act approaching him for your school fees, approaching him for what you need. But if you approach another person for what you need, somebody who is not in that position of a father, if that person turns you down, it will not be new to you. You won't be surprised. If the person shouts at you, you won't be surprised. If the person tries to mock you, you won't be surprised. Why? Because you know he is not in that position of a father. But you don't expect a father to reject you. You don't expect a father to mock you because you have asked for your need. You expect him to what? To agree with you, to supply those needs because he is a father. I hope you get what I'm saying. So, as long as God is a father, prayer becomes the right thing to do. Prayer will continue to be right as long as God continues to be a father. So, if God stops being a father, then prayer becomes wrong. And I can assure you, forever and ever, God remains a father, which therefore means that as long as the earth remaineth, prayer will continue to be relevant. May the Lord give us grace to pray rightly in the name of Jesus.